Today, we're going to go over the Thursday night football game, talk some college basketball winners on a loaded slate, and let's cash a squad ride. This is Behind the Lines. A kid in full hockey fit pulls up and sits right in front of you, and you can't see a thing. This might be more of a me guy move than just bringing your glove to a game. At least your glove is not right in the people behind you's face. I'm not trying to grow my bones anymore. My bones are grown, bro. I don't need to drink milk. I'm not a baby. You know who drinks milk? Babies and children. I don't put milk in my coffee. I drink black coffee like a grown-up. He ain't throwing a pick. If I could speak another language, I'd say it in that one too. It's time to dust off old Krabs again, take the less than half a pick, and f***ing cash would be tonight. Tail it, fade it, I don't give a I'm making money on it. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Thursday, episode 811 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Pikkit Sports. If you are not using Pikkit, I'm not even talking to track your bets. If you don't have the app downloaded on your phone, if you don't have an account set up, and you're betting on sports, you are behind the eight ball. You are in a bad spot. Check out Pikkit. Download it right now before you forget. Plug in promo code Bookit and start utilizing the best bet tracking app and the best sports betting app out there by far on the App Store or Google Play. I use Pikkit every single day, even if it's a rare, 1 out of 365 days where I'm not betting on sports, which honestly, that might not even happen once a year. But when it does, I still go on Pikkit. I still check the splits. I still go check and see what people are betting on, and you guys should as well. Okay, go check out Pikkit. Just an absolutely goated app. Goated. Gents, I apologize. A little flustered right now. I told Goots and Jovan, expecting a call from the movers at some point today. They're about to come over and scoop all my shit. And they called me literally as the intro was finishing. So I just had to answer that and take care of that. But we're good to go. And we should be good for the rest of the show today. They're about to drop this puppy off in like an hour or two. Hopefully we can get through the episodes without me having a dip. I apologize for the confusion there, Gootsy, but we should be good to go. Jovan, we got some work to do today, my man. We got some work to do today. Yeah.
A little bit.
We do. Not a great day yesterday. Let's go ahead and get the recaps up and moving. Okay. UConn, injury or not, it was just a shit wager. It really was. Whether they had their stud out there or not, that play probably wasn't hitting anyways. It's time to give some flowers to Arizona. Straight up.
Yeah, really good.
They're really good. This might be the best Arizona team we've seen in a minute. Could this be the year they finally make a run? It might be. Terrible play. Shout out Xander, though, coming in for a resub. Let's go, Zan, man. Attaboy. Appreciate you, Zan, man. W's. And Raekwon as well, coming in with a 5-stream streak. Shout out Trent as well last night for finishing in 4th place. Yeah. Let's go, Trent. That's a new record. New record, Jovan. I saw people splooging on the feed, dropping that they took him to finish in the top 5 at plus 300 or something. Good for Trent. Good to see the good guys get one last night. Mahoney, I think, was there. Mahoney, I saw your Insta stories. They looked pretty sick. Looks like you were hanging out with all the guys, maybe doing some work. I don't know, but it was pretty cool. You got to see that firsthand. And shout out Trent, finally getting some good cards for the first time, man, in one of those tournaments. Let's go, Trent. Let's go, Trent. W's. We got Snacks getting involved as well, dropping a resub. Yeah, Snacks. Snacks, you're him. Hey, man. I know why Snacks is dropping a resub. Do you?
No.
He's dropping a resub because the Mount almost beat Maryland last night on their home floor. I'll say it. That's why. Yep. Shout out Snacks. Shout out the Mount. They should have won that game outright. God, they hung tough. Got to be happy for the boys. If that Coit dude, David Coit, if he didn't have 45 points, if he didn't hit a 40-foot three-pointer with 7 seconds left in that game to tie it and get it to OT, the Mount win that game outright. Oh, brutal. I thought the good guys were going to get one there, but no way we were getting a Mount outright win and Trent finishing top 5 in the poker tournament. So we pick and choose, right? We'll take what we can get. We'll take what we can get, right? Why wasn't that on the cards? Well, because I like the other 3 plays better. That's why. We got Q Fair getting involved with a 45 stream streak. Whoa. Is that a record? 45?
That's fat.
Dude, that might have to be a record. 45 streams in a row. That's impressive. Does that include like every time we fire up a stream on Twitch? That means Q Fair is in here the last 45 times we've done it.
Yeah,
That's insane.
everyone.
Huh. That's good. That's not just BTL. That's not just Q Fair picking his spots here. That's him getting involved in every single stream for the last 45. That is absurd. Are we going to get a 50 piece from Q Fair? That would be impressive.
We might.
That'd be impressive. Big Cheesy. I am growing my hair out right now, but I'm getting a haircut later today as well, actually. So add that to shit I got to do today while also packing up my stuff and moving. It's been a while. It's been a busy week. And it's going to be a very busy weekend. And yeah, in a couple weeks, I'll have to shave my head bald as a fucking bat. So not looking forward to that at all. I'm going to look like a freak on stream. I'll tell you right now, it's not going to look good. It's not going to look good. That's going to be in the new year, Snacks. I cannot go home for the holidays with no hair on my head. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'll get some serious looks and some serious chirps from my family. Cannot deal with that. Cannot deal with that. Line Shopper, I think the stream streaks are for every single show. Every single show. All right, let's move. Let's groove. Let's take a peep at how we did overall on the Sharp Report yesterday. Spoiler, it wasn't good. As we get a subby coming in from Adams Got Whalers as well. Cannot let that one get swept. W Adams Got Whales. W Adams Got Whales. L picks last night.
Yeah, Jeez.
Bethune-Cookman cooked.
Yeah, they won. Shout out Bethune.
Yep, they're good. They're actually very good at basketball.
Really good, actually.
Good to see the YouTube chat up and moving as well. Young Money, Pip, Showers. That's my big 3 over there in the YouTube chat. Good to see you, boys. Good to see you, boys. Yeah, Sonny Dutchy, I'm going to look like Dan Quinn with the backwards hat and the tightest shirt of all time on the sidelines. Call me Dan. No. Once I shave that head bald. Yep. Call me Dan. No. I should have done it for Halloween, honestly, and just dressed up as Dan Quinn. That would have been the easiest costume of all time. Definitely wheel-worthy. You're not wrong, Waldy. You're not wrong the way this week is going, Waldy. I'll tell you what, as we get no other sub-banks, how about some stream streaks from KP Legit? Get involved. Love to see you on High Point this morning. Yes, I am on High Point, -8.5 to get the day started at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. I think they absolutely skull-fuck UIC. I really do. In this little tournament down there in Daytona Beach. Give me High Point. Roster's too talented. One of those mid-majors that just, it's become a feeder school for, you know, the power conference schools, and they always have talent oozing from their roster. I'll take High Point -8.5. I'll take High Point -8.5. Jovan, we've got some work to do. It was not a great Sharp Report yesterday. It has not been a great Sharp Report so far this week. So I'll make a deal with the chat. Okay? If this Sharp Report today for me does not go positive, if it does not go 3-2 or better, I will spin the wheel tomorrow. Wow. I'll spin the wheel tomorrow. Do I want to do that? No. I don't want to spin the wheel. No. I have some terrible things I have to do coming up in the next couple weeks. I have to hold an Aaron Judge sign out in front of the Mavs Arena in a couple weeks once I'm down there. I have to, well, this isn't even a punishment for the wheel, but I have to buy Trent a steak dinner. You know how much that hurts?
Steak.
That hurts the soul, man. I got to buy Trent a steak dinner when I get down there at the most expensive steak restaurant maybe on the planet Earth. I looked at the menu. It is no joke.
Good.
No joke. It better be worth it. It better be worth it. But yeah, after Trent last night showing hard at the tables, he probably deserves it. And it was good to see him put on for the squad there. Looks like Tinlin 210 is a UIC alum. No way, Tinlin 210. What are the odds? What are the odds of that? We might have to fade your alumni today, Tinlin 210. I already have. Okay. Oh, $1,000 tomahawk. Yeah, go ahead and add that to the card, LMNG. I better hit my NFL picks this week. Sheesh. All right, let's move. Let's groove. Terrible day yesterday. We got to move on to today's winners. King of the board. Let's take a peep at that. Again, just horrendous.
Good plays.
Absolutely horrendous. Did TCU and the Roos get close or no?
I mean, it was soaring over first half. The second half was maybe at least the first 10 minutes. I mean, it looked like a women's D3 game. It was really bad.
Mm.
Really bad.
Joshy boy, I did not turn off my DMs. DMs are always open, but I know Elon's changing up the DMs and how they work with the encryption stuff. So if it's not working, let me know and I'll try to change the settings. I don't know why Elon's always messing with shit, man. Can't even get his spaces to work and let people come up and talk, but he's making DMs almost unusable. So can't make it up. And yeah, like Michael Showers is saying in the YouTube, can we talk about the Trent fist bump? I think he had some inspiration from Jovan on that fist bump. Yep.
That was aura, dude.
That was a great looking fist bump. I'll give him that.
One of the only times I've seen him just ooze aura.
Just absolute heart. Absolute heart. Krabs, someone already pulled a 1-of-1 Jackson Iker rookie. So jealous. I mean, Ron, that's sick. That's sick. That's going to be worth something one day, bro.
PLL cards?
Bro, yeah.
No.
Those PLL cards are no joke. Those are sick.
No.
Those are sick cards. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Couple other things. Look, I'm not here to make excuses. I'm not here to bitch and moan and make, excuses or give you reasons why the plays didn't hit last night. But tough to see Buffalo hook over on that team total. That one hurt the soul. Cost me king of the board, and it cost me no way Tinlin 210 was the mascot at UIC. Dude. I've never met a mascot in my life. There's no shot.
No.
He says, Krabs, I'm not supposed to say this, but I was the mascot for a while. I think post-grad, you're probably allowed to talk about it. Tinlin 210. But, yeah, I know it's supposed to be kept under wraps once you're there, right? I know at Virginia Tech, the Hokey Bird, you never know who it is. And then at graduation, they wear the Hokey feet under their gowns. And they're like, yeah, I'm the fucking Hokey Bird. It's a big deal. Yep. Tinlin 210, did you rock the feet at graduation? Let me know. Let me know. Also, what is the UIC mascot?
Flames.
Very curious. How do you dress up as a flame?
Is it just a literal flame?
He says, I can't believe I'm sharing it with you guys. Well, I don't think we're going to go around talking about Tinlin 210s and the mascot fit. Your secret should be safe in this chat. Your secret should be safe in this chat. Yeah, why am I picturing Will Ferrell in old school setting himself on fire doing the gymnastics routine? That's what I'm picturing Tinlin 210 in right now. What was the mascot? A dragon? That's sick if that's the case. Yep, there's a fist bump. Sure he can. Sure he can. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. In the OKC hat and all. Sure. That could have been the difference, honestly.
Yeah, dude. He switched out to like some CPT hat for like 5 minutes and put that one back on.
Okay.
It's just.
Anyone check on Trent this morning? Long night, eh? Yeah. He's 100% still asleep.
No, he's up and moving.
No shot.
He's got to fly back.
Oh. Yeah, you think he's on that plane? He might be.
Oh, he's on it.
He might be. All right. We got Goots Tracker. It's like the Santa tracker on that website. We got the Goots Tracker going right now. He's on the way home. Heard that 6K was donated back at the blackjack tables. Have not heard that yet, Sunnyside picks, but if I could bet on it, I would say Trent probably spent a couple of those $6,000.
I would say at least half of that's got to be gone.
Yeah. You know what? Whatever. Let the kid live.
Yeah.
Let him live.
Pay for super goats.
Bro needs some new outfits. Got to be like the 5th time he's worn that to the tournament. Yeah, Turner Mac. Maybe he could put some of that 6K to a new fit.
I'm pretty sure he's worn that jacket every single time.
Dude,
yeah.
Make him go to fucking Culture Kings or some shit.
Something.
Just one time.
That's a cool jacket. Trent is one of a kind. People probably think it's a bit. They probably don't think he's betting on all this shit, or they probably think it's all just cap. No, Trent pretty much puts all his time and money into betting on sports. There's no shopping. There's no. You think Trent's ever gone grocery shopping? You think he's ever grabbed a cart and gone into the grocery store and put stuff on the shelf and put it in a cart? There's no shopping.
Yeah, but not from his choice, probably.
Okay. The dude pretty much spends all of his mental capacity and coin betting on sports. You got to respect it. All right. Yeah, he might be more of a basket guy.
He's for sure a basket guy.
A couple quick items and get the heck out of there. Okay. I mean, I would pay to know what Trent gets at the grocery store because I've never seen him get anything besides DoorDash. It's honestly impressive. Yep. Yeah. Besides going to Target and getting some blasters.
Yeah.
Okay. Pip said Krabs just got off the call with the VT head coach James Franklin for work. Let's just say he's juiced up. Pip, there's no way that's true. I'll say it right now. There's no way that's true, Pip. Pip, what are you calling coach for, man? I need some background on that, if that's true. Is that true, Pip? You're telling me you were calling on the phone with James Franklin? There's no way. I'm calling it right now. There's no way. But stay hot, Pip. Bowling Green, hashtag thank you, Pip. Okay, I'm G. Let's move. Let's groove. All right, enough watching Trent fist bump 100 times in a row. I need that off the screen ASAP. Pip, that's crazy, dude. I need some background on that. DM me. Got to get back for the coin toss. I hope he makes it back for the coin toss, Brett. That'd be fire. Okay. Well, do we have a coin toss, though, live after BTL today? Is that true?
We do.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. Excited to watch the coin toss. I'll have it on my earpods while I'm moving stuff into this freaking pack rat. Cannot wait. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Let's have some fun with you boys before I got to move and absolutely grind for the next 10 hours of my life. We got the Bolton getting involved. Shador over pass yard Sunday. Krabs will be in piss. Wrist up. Bolton, man. You think Shador's a good quarterback? Grow up. Grow up.
Yeah. He'll probably go over his pass yards, though, because they're going to lose by a bit.
I mean, yeah, garbage time, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Could be some garbage time yards. I hope they put up a touchdown square, even if it's just a half. I will be fading that shit. That's for sure. Appreciate you, the Bolton, though, for the resub. You're him. Yes, Ben P. I am on High Points this afternoon. I think it starts up right after BTL during the coin toss. So if you want something to sweat out during the coin toss, lock in High Point minus 8.5. I already have. All right, let's move. Let's groove. Yes, VT is 100% an ACC contender in year one. The ACC, just like the Big 12, is kind of quail shit. So it's anybody's game. It's anybody's game. Let's move. Let's groove. Okay. I just squeaked that one in there, Jovan. Let's go over the sharp report for today. Okay. Let's go over the sharp report for today. Let's start with Memphis. Jovan, if there's one thing about me, it's that I love fading a lawyer. I love it. Has to be done again today. It gets me out of bed in the morning. I will be fading Purdue heavily today and taking Memphis on the spread. And it's a good buy low spot as well for Memphis, coming off of 2 losses back-to-back, Jovan. They lost to Ole Miss, which they get a pass, I guess, in that game. I mean, they were 9.5-point dogs. Then they lost to UNLV as almost 10-point favorites. That's a bad L. That's an embarrassing loss, Jovan. This could be a good time to buy stock in Memphis and sell high on Purdue. Sure, they're looking like one of the best teams in the country. Sure, they got Braden Smith back for his 10th year. They got Trey Kaufman-Renn back, who's, I think, older than me. And they got, Fletcher Lawyer, who's much, much worse than his brother Foster Lawyer from back in the day. So, yeah, they got a big 3 on that team. That's probably average age is closer to 30 than it is 20. But it's time to fade. Neutral site in the Bahamas. I think that evens the playing field here, honestly. I'll take any dog at 15 points playing on a fucking rock in the Bahamas here. This is a perfect letdown spot for Purdue. And I have not seen a single Memphis bet all day today, which is a pretty good sign as well. After they just lost to UNLV in embarrassing fashion outright. Could be a good time to buy low on Doug McDaniel. Could be a good time to buy low on this gritty, big Memphis Tiger squads. And I think they could come out potentially with an outright win. But I will be taking these spreads back in your guy, Sincere Parker, the former, what school is it, bro?
McNeese.
Former McNeese legend. He's carrying this team as well. He's averaging like 12 points per game. But if anybody knows Memphis, they know that this team leans on their defense and their physicality. And that's pretty much what they've leaned on the past decade or so. That's what they're going to have to do in this game. And if that's what they're going to use, I like their chances, man. If Trey Kaufman-Renn, he's going to get bitched around down low. I think there's a pretty good chance we see Braden Smith not have his best offensive performance as well. I know his assists is like one of the most popular squares on Prize Picks for today. So that's a horrendous sign for him at Purdue. He's been diming and dishing a ton so far this season, playing against these quail shit teams. But this is the most physical squad they faced off against all season. I like the Tigers' chances to keep this one within 15 points.
Yeah, I'm in on that. Shout out Memphis. Getting up and moving.
Appreciate you. All right, let's move. Let's groove. Swinging around. So I want to hear your sell job on the Texans. Okay.
Yeah, let's talk some TNF Krabs.
Yeah.
Kind of a mandatory spot, I guess I would say. Huge game for the Bills last week. Josh Allen tweaked as expected, and that game was back and forth for a while. Absolute shootout. They had an absolute field day against that Bucs defense. Shout out Todd. Now you get to face, I would say, the best defense they've faced all year. You can talk what you want about what CJ Stroud and the offense have done, and then now Davis Mills. But first of all, he's probably the better option at quarterback, but it's neither here nor there. The defense is fantastic. And there's one thing when you just play like a really damn good run defense, because the Bills haven't faced very many of those so far this year. And when they have, it hasn't been very good for the rushing attack. And that makes Josh Allen getting a really pass happy script. But it's another thing when you also face a defense that limits explosive plays, which the Texans are pretty good in every single fashion you call in the defense, but those particularly. So that's going to force Josh Allen to essentially not be Josh Allen in this game. So I think the Texans defense is going to put him in a box. I think it's going to be the toughest matchup you've seen all year. And then I also think on the other side, how bad has the Bills' run defense been all year? And same thing as the offense. Like, they haven't had many teams that can just take advantage of it. Even going back to like the Bucs last week, like Sean Tucker had a field day and took that for them to score a bunch of points in that game themselves. But they're not built like that. So it really didn't mean anything because their defense couldn't get any stops. Now when you have a solid defense to back that up, and whether it's Woody Marks or Nick Chubb, a lot of Nick Chubb today, I guess it could be him, even though he's washed and old. But regardless of what it is, you give Davis Mills, who's been the more serviceable option in comparison to C.J. Stroud, a really solid run game and a really solid foundation for the offense to back that. He's going to be able to manage the game, I think, just as well as anybody against this team. So I think the Texans, after, the sleepiest spot of them all, playing the Titans last week in a game they really never had even a shot to get out of hand. Come back now at home against the Bills, a defense that Josh Allen, had his worst performance maybe in years against last year, and the defense I would say is arguably better this year. He's going to have a tough time, Krabs.
So what you're saying is it's a pork legacy game in the backfield for the Texans.
Yeah.
I should start him in fantasy tonight.
I probably would, yeah.
Okay. Considering I don't have many other options, I will be leaving him in the lineup. Love that. Gets me bricked up. We got JG Guest getting involved with a 5-stream streak. WJG Guest, we appreciate you, Beast. You are him. Bills ML should be free, right? Every Bills game is weird, man. Every Bills game is weird. What else? Just P said, why do we keep going to college basketball if you never hit them? Have you not watched the show this week? Did we not cash Tulsa almost outright in VCU earlier this week? Did we not cash Kansas Duke under the other nights? Did we not cash Pepperdine Squad Ride the other nights? Did we not cash Bethune-Cookman outright last night? Like, why are we just making shit up in the chat? Go be miserable somewhere else. Okay? Trying to stay positive in here and have a damn good day today and find you guys some winners. Plain and simple. All right? Is Coleman going to play? They have his lines up. No, he's benched. Again, he must be a huge scumbag.
He missed a meeting scumbag or something.
What'd you say? He missed a meeting?
Yeah, I think that was it. He missed a meeting
again, like after he already got benched last week.
No. I guess there's some carryover.
Okay. Well, they must not like what they saw from him this week after they punished him last week, right?
They're ragging on him that he was on the sidelines during the game last week, just laughing, having
dancing around and shit. Yeah. Just doesn't get it. Does not get it. God, he was supposed to be their wide receiver 1. Unbelievable. What a joke. He doesn't even suck one shot. I just think he's not locked in. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Dawkins threw him under the bus in the post-game interview. If y'all saw it, did not see that, but not surprised.
I saw that. I don't know if it was as much throwing him under the bus, but it was just he told him to grow up, pretty much. He's like, I've talked to him. We know it's a problem. We know he's got to be a grown-up in the locker room. Yeah. It's figure it out.
Grow up.
Yeah. So I
grow
guess
up.
It was just
right?
Slap on.
Getting paid millions to act like a child. All right. Yeah, Shaver's probably going to go off tonight. Mike Coop. Probably not wrong.
Shit, man.
You don't think so? Someone's got to catch the rock. They got no Kincaid.
I've just seen his ladders on the field or on the feed multiple times after he caught the longest play of the season for the Bills last week against the Bucs defense. against the defense
Okay.
now that limits explosive plays. Probably going to be
Okay.
cake.
Okay. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Swing it back around for me, Gucci. We'll talk a little bit more about the NFL game right now, actually. I'll take the under. Shocker, we're on the dog and the under in this game. I'll take the under, Jovan. I mean, the square's up for the Bills on Prize Picks. Tell me they're not scoring. And Davis Mills is 2-0 under center for this team. That's the one thing that probably kept me off the dog here. Sure, I lean that way. You know I do. Never be taking the Bills minus 5.5 right now in this economy. But I'm a little bit worried. We got a 2-0 quarterback under center in Davis Mills. People are starting to say, oh, you might be better than CJ Stroud. I think the offenses both struggle in this game, to be honest with you. And I think this game is going to squeak under the total. Touchdown, the James Cook touchdown square. The Texans squares, don't make it seem like they're going to put up a 40 piece in this game either. And that Bills defense plays a little bend, don't break. They might give up some points, but it's not going to be 30 plus. Give me the under. Give me a 10. Give me a 4 in the chat. Give me a 10 and a 4 in the chat. Give me a 10 and a 4 in the chat.
Refreshers.
Give me a 10 and a 4 in the chat, please. Is anybody in the YouTube having problems with this, or is it just the Twitch? That'd be very helpful. That'd be very helpful to know if I can get some YouTube chats. Are you guys cutting out over there on YouTube, or is it just a Twitch? That'd be very helpful for us to know. Good to see we're back, though, on the Twitch. Ben 10s. Sneaky good show back in the day. W props and chops. W props and chops. Stream lagging heavy piece saying, oh, gosh. Refreshed it right now and it works. Okay, we got to figure that out. All right, let's move. Let's groove. Love this under in this game tonight, Jovan. I think the dog and the under go hand in hand in this game. And after Josh Allen had 6 touchdowns last week, mandatory under for me. Has to be done.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised you just didn't have his under or less than fantasy scores or something in there.
It's funny you say that because most people will probably guess I would just take his less than touchdown, but I've been burned on that square so many times, dude. I was actually about to take the less than fantasy score in the Sharp report, but then I saw a square I liked even more that we're going to talk about here in a moment. But I will certainly have Josh Allen less than fantasy score locked into a lineup tonight. Do not get me wrong. Yes, that will be locked in something. Right? It'll be locked in something. All right, swinging around, Gucci. I want to hear Jovan's next play. And apologies, guys. I know I sound like shit right now. I'm not feeling too hot. I got the sniffles, but we power through. Nothing some college basketball winners can't fix. Jovan, why are the Utes covering for the first time this season?
Yeah, back to the Utes. Heartbreaking no cover last time out against, I forget who they were playing off the top of my head, IPFW. A lot of the reason that I talked about it in the lead up to that game. I mean, Utah's defense is absolutely brutal in there, especially brutal at the rim. Found that out in the, last 5 minutes of the IPFW game when I wouldn't say they backdoored it because they were hanging around 10 for a while. So I was kind of hoping for the late push. Didn't really get it just because they were getting pretty much anything they wanted at the rim and going band for band with what Utah did on offense. So Cal Poly, who they play tonight, is a little different from the other teams they've played. They play kind of equally or as fast as some of the other teams they've played, but they all think they're Curry. The entire lineup loves to jack from 3. So, I think this is a little different because they don't have, in comparison to all the other teams so far they've played and had a big problem defensively against, they don't have guys that consistently get to the rim. So they all shoot. They play super fast. They want to play the Bama style of basketball. Does that work on the road against Utah? I don't think as effectively as some of these other teams. I think if you want to just beat the fuck out of Utah or at least beat their defense, you just want to rim run the entirety of the time. But that's not really how Cal Poly's built. So I'm interested to see how much their offense is able to keep up with Utah because Utah's offense hasn't been the problem, and they get to play the Cal Poly defense that has a little bit of the same problems, but they're just pretty bad all around and really bad in transition. So Utah's going to have plenty of those opportunities. McHenry can have an absolute field day. So I'm not really worried about Utah's defense, but in looking back at what happened last game and some of the other teams they've played, I think defensively this is the first time they've really played a team that I don't quite think has the capability to keep up unless they go out there and spark 70% from 3. So I think now they get their first cover.
Okay. All right. Let's go out there and finally get a Utes cover tonight. Long overdue, and certainly did not hear no bell. That's for sure. All right, No bell in sight. W's. Let's keep moving to grooving. Gootsy, I got one more straight bet for the peeps. Swing that puppy. Love this play tonight. Love this college basketball play tonight. Give me Mississippi State as a favorite, -2.5. Give me Josh Hubbard, who I cannot wait to go to the NBA. This kid's going to be an absolute stud, absolute spark plug. Jovan, nobody else on this team can score the rock, but that's kind of how Mississippi State plays, right? They lean on their defense, right? They're not typically going to outscore you, but at least they do have one absolute stud in Josh Hubbard, who picked up exactly where he left off last year, excuse me. He's averaging 23 points per game once again this season. This kid is unbelievable. If you don't think he's going to the league, you guys are wrong. I know he's tiny, but he's a bucket. He will be going to the league. He might not be Steph Curry, but he's going to be in the NBA. This kid is an absolute weapon offensively, and Kansas State is so overrated. I know Goots is in on this one. He loves fading Kansas State. Kansas State has not been great against the spread. They are squeaking out wins right now, Jovan. This team, once again, Jerome Tang's squad, has a horseshoe up their ass. This team is so lucky. They've been so lucky for the last couple years when they were good. At least a couple years ago. They sucked last year. But this team has always had luck on their side, I feel like. And this is the perfect spot to fade the luck and back a Mississippi State team that I just think is better, and they're built for this matchup. Kansas State scores, a ton. They love to light up the scoreboard. Mississippi State plays some defense. So if Josh Hubbard can go out there and drop 20 points tonight, this team wins this game. And they cover the spread, which is now up to 3.5, I'm seeing at some places, which is a great sign for Mississippi State. Look, they just squeaked by and barely beat CeeLa in their last game. They lost to Iowa State and gave up 96 points in a very, very uncharacteristic game from Mississippi State, where they gave up almost 100 piece. They're not doing that twice in a week. I'll tell you that much. They're going to lock in. They're going to clamp this tiny Kansas State team, and they're going to beat them by 10 plus in this game. I believe it is a neutral site game. Technically, I think it's in Kansas City at the T-Mobile Center. So
the Big 12 championship arena.
Yeah. So not on campus for Kansas State, which I think could provide an edge here for Mississippi State and give them a little bit of a better chance. I think Josh Hubbard goes out there, drops a 20 piece, and this team ends up covering this -2.5 point spread.
No, I'm with you. Probably would have had this up there if you didn't. So I'll be playing that. I think they win the game by a little more than that.
Krabs, you think he's better than Deaton Thomas? I think Deaton Thomas's overall game is probably a little bit better if you include his passing. And he's probably a little bit better at getting to the rack, although he might be even tinier. I'm pretty sure Deaton Thomas is super small. But just shooting and scoring-wise, I'd take Josh Hubbard. Dude is one of the best scorers in college basketball. He's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Good. Let's keep fading PJ Haggerty and those me guys. Could not have said it better myself, KP Legit. I'm sure Goots agrees with that as well.
Okay? Fade the me guys. Right out of the Krabs playbook.
So in on that?
Yep. How's Deaton Thomas been doing this year at LSU? Oh, he's still a bucket. He's a bucket. Yeah, 14 points per game for LSU. Dude, he's so good. So good. He's actually a little bit bigger. He's 6'1". Okay. Yeah, keep your eyes peeled on that kid the next couple of years. He's a stud. All right, let's move. Let's groove. Jovan, music to my ears, hearing that you would have probably put this on your sharp report if I did not. We'll come back to that play a little bit later on in the show. I got a feeling we will. Okay.
Yep. We'll come back.
All right, swinging around, Goots. DJ Fitz, one more play in college basketball tonight. Jovan, tell me why one of your schools is covering the spread tonight. The Rice Owls.
Well, it might be one of my schools, but it's one of your guys, Krabs. You forget.
Yeah.
You know who's on this roster?
Who?
Dallas Hobbs.
No shots.
Yeah. The GOAT.
No shots.
Yeah, so you get the back end tonight. You're betting.
Bro, I've been checking in on some of these guys. I checked in on Dola Adebayo the other day. He's doing his thing over George Mason. Nothing crazy, but he's playing pretty well. I've not checked in on Dallas Hobbs. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So you get to back him a little bit tonight. But Rice gets to play Tarleton. Tarleton's sneaky been like a fun team to watch this year. Part of it's because their defense is so bad because they've been playing at a rapid pace, which is pretty contrary to what I guess Tarleton basketball usually is. They're usually a slower pace, more defensive team, but the guys they have now are simply not great defenders. Add on to that the fact that their center's 6'6", Krabs. So they're not very big inside, and that's why a lot of these teams, even though they've had like some tougher matchups with significantly better teams like SMU and LSU and Baylor, like all these teams have very obviously like destroyed them in the paint. Rice isn't the biggest team out there and obviously not the best in comparison to those guys, but They love to get to the rim. They've been super efficient shooting the three this year, but they're not like a 3-point shooting team. So I don't want to rely on that if I'm like backing them in any game. I think this is the game where they can get to the rim almost with ease. And they've had some tougher matchups themselves, including like they got knocked by Tennessee last time out, and what was very obviously a really tough matchup for them because they were forced to shoot from the outside a lot in that game. Going to be such a different game in this one. So like Dallas Hobbs, I think is going to have layup lines going to the rim. They've got, I think, 3 guys bigger than the tallest guy on the floor for Tarleton pretty much at all times. So I think it's one of the very few times you're getting like a Rice team that can dominate in the paint, which is super, super rare for them. So I think they knock Tarleton.
Dude, I'm so down to back Dallas Hobbs. Anybody in the chat know where he grew up? Any guesses on where Dallas Hobbs grew up? Give you a hint. It's in his fucking name. That's actually crazy.
That's just.
Is that not kind of a crazy move?
A wild move.
Wild move. I just checked in on him. He's averaging 8 points per game. I'm sure he'll get more comfortable as the season goes on. He probably comes off the bench for this team, or he's probably one of the more depth
Pretty
guys.
sure he starts.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, he's an absolute stud, bro. Tiny kid, but he can score. Yes, I did see that Rice is doing free beer for students at the football game. That should go well. That would not go well at all at DT, I'll tell you that much. But that's, I mean, talk about a team player move from Rice.
That's going to be so limited. Like, all the students are going to go there like, oh, this is so sick. And then they're going to be like, oh, you already had 2 beers?
Right? Yeah.
You already had 2 beers?
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah, or like if you're wobbling around, they're probably not going to spoon feed you a beer. Yeah. Also, yeah, good point, Snacks. I was talking about Deshane Montgomery and how he failed out of Georgia last year. He went off for Dayton last night. That kid is actually really good at basketball. He had 18 points last night against Marquette in an outright win. Also, Marquette sucks. They suck.
They're really bad.
What a joke.
This is like the year that it finally falls apart for Shaka.
This is the worst Shaka team I've seen in a while, bro.
Yeah, you just the no portal stuff doesn't work. This is like the equivalent of Dabo, just letting it fall apart.
Yeah. Snacks, dude. Yeah, I was talking about Deshane yesterday on the stream. He stopped going to class and he failed out of Georgia, which is just absurd. At Dayton, though, they probably prefer it. Right? They probably prefer that he doesn't go to class. An absolute stud. That's a kid to watch out for the next couple of years. He's only a junior. He got that year of eligibility back from last year. He's 6'4". Kind of a big point guard. Deshane Montgomery. What a stud. All right. Enough talking about Mount, guys. Hopefully Dallas Hobbs tweaks for Rice tonight. Jovan, love that play. Great sell job from me as well. Have a feeling we'll be coming back to that play too. Okay. Let's move. Let's groove. You want to talk about some squares?
Sure. I know you do.
We got history today on the show, folks, and it does not involve my squares. All right. I'll save it when we get to Jovan's. We talk about these couple squares. Absolutely love Will Anderson, less than 0.25 sacks. Jovan, the chart could not be greener. Will Anderson has been an absolute menace for the Texans in this game. But I'll tell you right now, Josh Allen, he might not win this game. He might not cover this game. But he is hard to bring down, man. He is an absolute unit. And very rarely do you see him getting taken down for a sack. Usually if he does, it's on him because he's pretty good at evading, a tackler or maybe even 2. Dude's an absolute stud. The O-line's been doing well. They're top 10 in the NFL this season at sacks they've allowed so far this season. Probably a better way to say that, but they are not allowing a ton of sacks so far this season. They only allow 2 sacks per game, and I'm willing to bet it's probably going to be 1, maybe even less in this game. Look, Josh Allen, yeah, he had 6 touchdowns last week. He also had 2 horrendous picks. Now, were they his fault?
No,
you can make
the one was certainly his fault. That was worse.
The one was a bad one. The one was a bad one. The one was a bad one. But I'll tell you right now, Will Anderson, he ain't getting a sack in this game. That Bills O-line has been standing on business this entire season, and they're getting better as the season goes on. I think he avoids a sack. I don't think Will Anderson gets a sack for the first time in like 2 months in this game tonight. Sure, love the Texans defense, Jovan. I'm starting them in a lot of my fantasy leagues, but I'll tell you right now, Will Anderson, that chart is too green. The square is too popular. You're going to see the Bills O-line do job tonight and keep Josh Allen nice and protected, and he's going to be extra elusive and extra locked in, and he's going to limit the mistakes. Sure, I like the spread with you on the dog. I like the under in the game, but I don't think Josh Allen has a bad pick or I I think he plays a clean game tonight. I guess I'll say he's not going to, fuck up. He's not going to result in turnovers, right? No fumbles, no picks from him tonight. I like that less than pick square from him as well. But he's not going to get sacked either in this game, maybe once, but it won't be from Will. Looking at that square on Prize Picks.
Yeah, just to let you in the chat know, there's also a regular 0.5 square on the board. So you don't even have to take the 0.25.
For Will Anderson?
Yeah.
Dude, what? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay. What is going on with that? I've never seen that.
I don't know. Just a glitch. One's supposed to be up, the other's not, probably.
I'll tell you right now. That makes me feel a little bit better about this less than.
Yeah.
Seeing that up. Right? I mean, it's a shame I've already locked in the 0.25. It's not going to matter. He's not getting the sack.
It's probably either 1 or nothing.
Yeah, it's not going to matter. All right. W's. Let's move. Let's groove. Jalen Rayner. I hit the square a couple weeks ago, Jovan. I'm going to hit it again tonight. Love the under in this game. And I'll tell you right now, I might be on the Raging Cajuns. I might be on lunch. I don't know if you guys saw the Bookit tweet, but maybe the best QB name right now in college football. This QB for the Raging Cajuns, his name is literally Lunch. Unbelievable. I might have to just take Lunch for the vibes there, but I like the +2.5. You guys know I'm a sucker for the +2.5. And I like them on the road to keep their bowl game hopes alive as we get a Sade Whiteman 5-unit sub whale. Let's go, Sades. Let's go, Sades. Attaboy. Attaboy. H. Gizzle said he's at 0.75 with juice on the over on DK. I mean, that's insanely weird. That tells me he's not even going to sniff a sack in this game if we're still talking about Will Anderson there. But I like this Jalen Rayner, less than 1.5 passing touchdowns. Rayner, look, he's pretty elusive. He's good with his legs. If anything, I think he runs in a touchdown, and he does have a normal rushing receiving touchdown square up there that's pretty red. So would not be shocked to see him run one in, but he's not throwing two. We saw this team finally drop a loss for the first time in like 2 months in their last game, Arkansas State. They've been really good, Jovan, the last like 2 months. They're actually 7-3 against the spread. They've ripped off 5 straight covers in a row. And they did just cover by the hook against Southern Miss in their last game against the former Marshall coach and co. But hey, don't let the Raging Cajuns get hot, man. It might be too late. They're coming off of back-to-back outright wins as a dog. It's about to be 3 in a row, and I like the total dropping in this game as well. Go ahead and give me the under in the game. Go ahead and give me the Raging Cajuns on the spreads. And Jalen Rayner, less than 1.5 passing touchdowns with an extremely green chart.
Green as Paul. Krabs said he was waiting for this square, man. Waiting for it to pop up.
I was doing some lab work on this college football game. I said, man, I remember taking this less than on this 1.5 passing touchdown square for Rayner a couple weeks ago. It was so green. I said, I hope I see that square up when I go to Prize Picks. And what do you know? There it is, sitting for me nice and perched up, right when you turn on the college football tab on Prize Picks. So love the less than on the square. Big fan of it. And yeah, these two squares are smacking. Okay?
During these.
Dubs. Sub and get 3 bonus months of Discord Nitro from today until December 2nd. How about that, chat? Not sure what Discord Nitro is, but it sounds cool. It's got to be good.
You got Discord Nitro?
We got Nitro, folks. Dudes, do we think it's the Ninja? I know this is probably not a question for right now, but it's probably Twitch. Okay.
Seeing rumors.
Drop a 10, drop a 10, drop a 10, drop a 10. Drop it. Drop a 10, folks. Yeah, Twitch has been bugging recently. Props and chops is saying. We're back. W first time chatter as well. Fern TV. Appreciate you, Beast. We are back. All right, chat. Hit that refresh button. I don't know why I'm saying that, because you can either hear me or you can't. We should probably drop that in the chat. I'll do it on Twitch. Refresh. Good to see that we're back up and moving. Apologies, guys. Stick with us. Okay, stick with us. We promise you it's going to be worth it. All right, fight through the adversity here. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Jovan, correct me if I'm wrong, but is this, look, in 811 episodes, Is this the first time we have 4 less thans in the sharp report format? It might be.
It actually might be, yeah.
It might be. I'm going to
be.
clap it up for that. There we go. Come on, Gucci. Come on, Jovan. Yeah, let that puppy rip. Let that puppy rip. Attaboy. Attaboy. That should go well.
For Krabs, man.
That should go well.
No.
Who's on the Bookit account right now, man? Goots. All right, quit. Quit it with the buttons, Goots. Can you guys even hear the buttons in the claps from the chat? Or I hope you guys can hear it today, because I know you guys said you could not hear it like all week. Yes, you can hear it. W's. Okay. And Krabs made this 4-man, a 2-unit play. I literally did. Z-Shrek. I have it locked in for a unit on Prize Picks, and I have it locked in for a flex unit. So technically, yes, I do have 2 units on this Sharp Report 4-man, and we are smacking a Sharp Report 4-man today. Jovan.
More for good measure. We chat.
Kind of a me guy move, Goots, I'll say. Kind of a me guy move there. Turner Mac, 5-stream streak. Attaboy. Sade Whiteman, 30 rack, 30-stream streak. Attaboy, and thank you again for the subby, Sade Whiteman. Jovan, tell me why Quentin Grimes is going less than his points, my man.
So I know it is. The first game this season, which a lot can change leading up to the game. We've seen Mouche injury reports day after day in the NBA. But as of right now, you're supposed to get Maxey, Podcast P, and Joel Embiid all on the floor tonight for the Sixers, which some of them, the last 2, are going to be on some kind of form of minute restriction. So minutes will be staggered a little bit, but that's kind of the way, like, they're playing the Bucks tonight. It's probably going to be a lot of Maxey. It's going to be a lot of 2-man game, because that's exactly how you attack the Bucks. The Bucks aren't quite the Magic with how good they are defensively, and a little bit changes with or without Giannis, but they haven't really been bad at like catch and shoot for the majority of the season. And even without Giannis, like, not much has changed either. So I think it's going to be a lot of Maxey and Embiid. I think Paul George is going to make this offense a little weird too for however long he plays. And Quentin Grimes just came off a game, Krabs, where I believe he had 15 points in the fourth quarter alone. He had a crazy insanity run that made them, fall just short of winning the game, but crazy run that he had at the end where he simply couldn't miss. A lot of those were spot ups. I don't think you're going to have that same amount of chances, not only in the fourth quarter, of course, but in the entirety of the game when you have those 3 on the floor for however long. Plus, Maxey probably has the best matchup on the floor, and this screams a game where Maxey goes off for 40 points and has 75 shots for whenever Joel Embiid is not on the floor. But I think this has to be like a game between really Maxey and Embiid. I don't think Quentin Grimes is going to be nearly as involved today, and we'll see what the rotation's like with the minutes restrictions and then him coming off the bench leading that unit. But I don't think this is his game, Krabs. I don't think he's going to have the spot-up chances, so I don't think we're getting 16 out of him.
I was looking at that chart. Pretty green, especially after that last game.
Pretty green, and it's going to be a little green because you got a lot of new faces, a lot of new goats coming into the lineup that haven't been there in the last couple, but it's the second leg of this little back-to-back to the point where you've been saving them for this game, and I ain't talking about Quentin Grimes, so I think you're going to get some me guy ball, to say the least, in this game between the 3 of those other guys. And then Trevon Spillers for Wake tonight. I'm a sucker for fading undersized bigs when they go to play Texas Tech, because Texas Tech plays no middle. Now, he's not the big. He's going to be playing at the 4 tonight, which means they'll probably switch him on a little bit, probably as long as they can afford defensively, I guess, in some spots, onto JT Toppin, but they can't let it happen too much because Trevon Spillers is very aggressive, and I can tell you the second he does get switched on to him for a possession or 2, he's probably picking up a foul. But he's also going to be going up against Lawan Watts, who's a great defender. So he's going to have a tough look no matter what look Texas Tech gives him. But I think for Wake to be any sort of successful in this game, they're going to have to shoot over the top of this Texas Tech defense, because that's all they really allow you to do. So, like, they're going to be picking up the tempo in this game. They're going to be trying to go fast to keep them out of their half-court defense. Don't think that really includes Spillers. So, like, last game, Spillers, and pretty much anytime he has, like, a really good spike game points-wise, it's hyper efficiency at the rim. He doesn't really force shots. He doesn't really take bad shots. He's not really doing anything away from the hoop. Hasn't made a 3 for God knows how long at this point. He's not really a threat back there. He's going to have to be elite at the rim. If he gets 13 of that against this defense that doesn't really allow that, I will tip my cap. And I do think there's a strong chance he gets in foul trouble too against any one of these guys, really.
Just incredible sell jobs. And I'm so bricked that we finally have a 4-piece less than lineup.
Oh, crap. Super Bowl, man.
Vibes could not be better. and I will drop the link to the Sharp Report format. Chat, honestly, screw it. Just take the less than 0.25 sacks. It's not going to matter.
That's like
it's not gonna
that's
matter.
like when you took the Judge Taco. You faded that
the Judge Robles lineup. Yep.
Yeah. That might be the all-time Krabs lineup.
I know. I'd pay money to have a screenshot of that. I could probably find it if I go back.
Yeah, you can
maybe
find it
search
somewhere.
Robles. Let's see if I could search Robles in my photos real quick and see if I can find that. But that's the greatest lineup I've ever placed.
You probably searched on Twitter.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Back in the day, chat used to be able to take less thans on tacos when they first dropped them. And I mean, I pulled a fast one on them and I took a less than on Judge total base, less than half a TB. And I paired it with Robles, I think more than half a TB. And it smacked. It absolutely smacked. Hilarious.
Just unbelievable.
Hilarious.
They need to make that happen, man. Let's take some less than, I guess, tacos, but take some alt lines like we can demons, reverse demons.
I have
field day.
Goots, you got to show this to the people, man. Is that going to fuck everything up? I just texted it. It is hilarious. It's the old Prize Picks too that look like it was from the Stone Age now because there's been so many updates and it looks so clean now. But you got to show the people that if you can get it up. It is incredible. Take your time. Do you know where we can watch the High Point game? Dr. Porkchop is saying, that's a pretty good question. You have to pay for Baller TV, whatever that means. No. So I personally will not be watching that. I will be probably just watching the score. I don't think I have it in me to purchase Baller TV. I'll say it. I don't.
Just real app watch that one.
I don't. Dude, the real app doesn't have mid-majors, man. It's so soft.
Oh, yeah, I guess
it's like they're one kryptonite. Yeah, who's got Baller TV? Show yourself. I know somebody in here does. I know someone in here has it. Yes, Parker, great question. We do like Josh Allen less than fantasy score. And how about them apples, Jovan? There it is.
That's just...
That might be my best work. I think he hit a nuke. I'm pretty sure that was one of Robles' like 10 home runs in his career. In that game. And then the Judge less than Taco. Look, they don't make them like this, folks. They don't make lineups like this very often. You can't even fade a Taco now if you wanted to. So hilarious. Look at the freaking lineup, bro. Look how it looks. Huh. That's got to be from what year is that from? Let me see. This is back when you could fade Judge. And September 27th, 2022.
My God.
More than 3 years ago, boys. Huh. Put that lineup in the hall. Unbelievable. Trent, how was poker? First time chatter. Well, we're not Trent, but maybe he's in the chat. And he did well. He came in fourth. Tierra M. He came in fourth. All right. And is this a blast from the past for anyone else? Absolutely hilarious looking at this.
So fun.
All right. Krabs, I want you to watch this Mercyhurst game tonight very closely. Plus 1,900 to plus 1,000. Pip, are you dialed? Are you dialed, Pip? Mercyhurst versus Miami of Ohio? That's crazy line movement, and the spread has only moved 1 point. Interesting. All right. I'll keep my eyes peeled on Mercyhurst, Pip. I got you. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. What do we want to go? Check the splits out in the NFL game tonight? Can we go peep that? Let's go take a peek. Let's go take a peek. I'm curious what people are betting on this game. Yep. Shocker. Bills. And the under. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. It's Davis Mills.
Yeah. He's been good, though, man. He's been winning.
I mean, last week was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'll score that game. 16-13.
Yeah.
I guess he wasn't bad, but they just didn't finish in the red zone at all.
Nope. Kaimi Fairbairn has been a bucket, Jovan. He's been kicking field goals like no other. He might be the fantasy football kicker one. He might be the best kicker in fantasy.
He's been out for like 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah? Who's kicking for them right now?
Well, I think he's back for this game, but he's been out for like 2 weeks, and they had Matthew Wright, if I think so, or if I think correctly.
Unbelievable. Yeah, you're right. He has missed 2 weeks. He had 5 field goals made on November 2nd in his last game against Denver. That is insane. Insane.
Goated.
And yeah, they were glazing a kicker on last night's poker stream. It was what was his name, bro? Cam Little. Cam Little was in the poker tournament. Yes.
No way he was in the I missed that.
He wasn't in it. They do these like little breaks, obviously, to give the players a break. And somehow he was one of the interviews.
No.
I don't know when he was there and when they did an interview, but I know he wasn't in the tournament. He was nowhere on the odds.
Okay.
Just the weirdest interview ever.
Trent would have had a field day if he was in that.
Yeah, it was like an hour-long interview. It was crazy. They were talking. All right, Mahoney said he wasn't there at W's. Yeah, I don't know how they got that interview, but it was pretty cool. He was talking about like his commitment process. The kid like had no offers. He honestly almost quit kicking. He was a soccer guy, and his pops literally forced him to run it back and try one more year at football. And that was in the NFL. It was actually a crazy interview. It was a really good interview. Cam Little, how about it? He seemed like a pretty cool dude, honestly, pretty down to earth. He's talking about how he almost went to North Texas. He was between North Texas, Arkansas, and Colorado.
What a trio.
And OK State. He said he wanted to go to OK State, but they didn't give him an offer. They said they gave him a walk-on spot. It pissed him off. He's from Oklahoma. Crazy.
That's just
crazy. Yep. Unbelievable. All right. Yeah, I was so shocked by that. I thought he was in the tournament, but you guys are probably right. All right. Someone said that would have been primer if he didn't have rocks for brains. LMNG, bro. Nobody said that besides you. MLG. Come on. Come on. Can we check the splits in the college football game tonight? I might be more excited for this college football game than the NFL game tonight. I'll say it.
You need to be boiled, Krabs.
I'm more excited for lunch versus the Red Wolves here. Whoa, look at all those people betting on lunch. Dudes, you see this shit?
I'm already on it, so let's cash together, people.
You bet on lunch?
Oh, I bet on lunch. The second you said his name was Lunch, and I said that's the guy I want my coins on, I bet on lunch. I'm also on High Point, so let's get this early cake over with.
Let's go, Goots. Early cake. Yeah, early plays just never go well. They never go well. But hey, we're due. Okay? I still cannot get over that I lost a 4-man lineup last night on the ice in a game that had 11 goals. And the one square that didn't hit was the one more than square in that lineup. Shout out Jay Swish. Unbelievable. I tailed his play. I'm like, this guy played in the NHL. I'm just going to take a square and make it a 4-man. That's the one square that didn't hit, the one more than. The other 3 less thans all smacked. Unbelievable. Chikrin didn't have
Krabs.
one essay. He wasn't even close to rip and puck.
Only Krabs goes to an NHL game and sweats less than face-offs won. That's just.
I mean, that was some of my best work. That was a great square.
That was a great square.
Yep. I mean, look, Protus is great in the face-off stripe.
Yeah.
He was doing job. All right. I did take a gob, and it cost me. Again, there was no way I was hitting that fucking square. Taking a gob more than. What am I doing? You be your own action sometimes, folks. You think the Prize Picks gods are giving me that after all the shit I talk about more thans? Come on.
Yeah, never. They won't give you those.
No, I don't deserve it after all the shit talking I do about those squares. All right, let's move. Let's groove. Interesting splits here. Looks like Goots and the entire planet are betting on lunch. Okay.
Yes.
Let's take a peep at some college basketball, huh? I hope I don't get a phone call from these movers in the next couple. If I do, I guess I'll get out ahead of this one. I would love for Mississippi State to be involved in the squad ride vote. If I have to mysteriously dip, Jovan, can you make that happen?
Can certainly make that happen.
Okay. Hopefully we can power through, though, another 30 minutes here. All right. Let's look at the high point splits. 1 second here, Goots. Let's take a peep. Mine as well. Okay. Not terrible. Probably a lot of parlay pieces, though. They're winning this game by 10. The Flames stink. They're winning this game by 10. I'm not worried about it.
I might have a POD.
Yeah. What'd you say, Goots?
Might have a POD. We can get to it after that.
No shot. Goots, if you might have a POD, get your butt up here.
POD in
and let's talk about it. We're not waiting for anything. Get up here.
I mean, not much of a sell job, but New Mexico, Nebraska. Do you know who New Mexico just played before this game?
Who?
New Mexico State, and they lost.
Ooh.
That's a pretty big game for guys like Preston who are from New Mexico, and they lost it. Nebraska's coming off that. I think it went to OT that they beat Oklahoma State.
They beat Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, that's right. And I think it went to OT. There was like 200 points in that game.
Yep.
I think New Mexico's pissed off. I think Nebraska might have some tired legs. Give me the Lobos. It's
Wow.
neutral site as well. So
Okay. Lobos 1-3 against the spreads. Huskers 3-1 against the spread. Pretty contrarian of you, Goots.
pretty contrarian.
Yeah.
Goots POD on the Lobos.
Goots POD is it officially locked in on the Lobos plus 8.5?
Officially, and I guess it didn't go to OT, JJ Miles, but it was a high scoring game.
Just a boatload of points. Yep.
A lot of points.
Boatload of points. Goots in the duffel today, folks. Okay.
Give me the Lobos.
Okay. Sure we can. Give Goots the Lobos, folks. You heard him here first. Love it. Love the confidence. It's oozing from that sell job, Goots. Great work.
Oozing.
Great work. All right. Let's take a peep at some other college basketball games going on today. It's a pretty decent slate. So, so excited for this college basketball season, man. We're already balls deep in this puppy. We got some great tournaments coming up over the holidays. Might have to cancel Thanksgiving. There's too much great college basketball on. That's what John Rothstein's been tweeting about for 2 weeks. I don't know how he gets away with it. I don't know how his wife doesn't
I
take his
canceled
phone.
Thanksgiving already, I'll tell you.
Yeah?
Yeah, we got Swordsby coming to Fort Worth. That's my Thanksgiving.
That's on Saturday, bro.
So it's a 3-day celebration.
Okay.
You got Burrow coming back against the Ravens on Thanksgiving Day. How about that?
Yeah, he's going to play.
He in his interview, he was saying that he probably will.
That should go well.
Yep.
What's that spread doing in that Ravens game?
What's whole week out? Is that even out yet?
I'm looking.
I don't know
Yeah,
if you
7.5 for the Ravens. I don't think Vegas thinks he's playing, but okay.
It's kind of hard to price it at this point because he hasn't been back.
Yeah, but if they thought he was playing, that spread would be shorter than 7.5 in a divisional game. I know it's a look ahead line.
I mean, they're at home. It's in Baltimore.
Sure. I don't know. We need our Ravens analyst in here, Goots. Is that spread fat or am I tripping?
I feel like that's.
I agree with Jovan. I don't think it's necessarily that they know that he's not coming back. I think it's hard. It is hard to price. I mean, if he is back, what would that line be in your brain, Krabs? 4.5?
The Bengals were just plus 5.5, plus 5.5 in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So I feel like 7.5 is probably with this current team.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Burrow's back, that spread will be shorter, is my point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I
don't think they can put it at that yet until it's like confirmed.
Yeah. And I feel like if he is back, maybe it'd move down a point or two, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5.5.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and look, if he's back and they rush him back and he plays in that game, I might have to take the Ravens.
Wow.
All right, we'll get there, though. We got time to talk about Thanksgiving games and shit. We got time. That's a week out, right? We got way more games to talk about. Also, thank goodness the Commanders are on a bye this week. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't do it with this team, man. Cannot do it. Good thing we got Sunday Night Football in 2 weeks.
Oh, we guess you have Sunday Night Football this week, Krabs.
Is that your Buck? Is that Bucks Bills? Or
No,
Bucks Rams. That might be game of the year.
I don't know if I'm seeing it, dude. Stafford.
That's gonna be a sick game.
Stafford is gonna have his fucking way.
Yeah, I'm gonna start him in fantasies.
Also, I'll say we can get our lick back with the Chiefs against the Colts on Sunday.
Wow, Goots. Yeah. Goots POD number 2, folks. Write this down. Somebody track these.
I'm not saying POD.
Somebody track these. We got a second Goots POD. Chiefs on the spreads. Goots POD number 2, -3.5. Love betting a good -3.5. Goots, great eye.
That's just such a BTL play. I just figured I'd bring it up.
I might have to be a 2-unit play.
No.
That might have to be a 2-unit play.
No.
Yep. I mean, come on. I'm only a man. 500 Chiefs against the Colts, who are literally handout central, the fakest good team of all time. Come on.
Yeah.
You're telling me Andy Reid is not going to find a way to slow down Jonathan Taylor and make Daniel Jones.
That we got 2 in a row on the Colts already, though. That's what I really hate.
Yeah, but that Falcons one was lucky.
Was it though? I mean,
Yeah, it was lucky.
6.5. The game went to OT.
It was lucky. I'm gonna keep fading the Colts again and again and again and again and again. I'm gonna do it. Put me down for 2 units on that play, Gutsy. Locking it in. That might have to be meat on tape. You got me covered. All right.
Chiefs meat again.
Yep.
Back-to-back meat.
Yep. Jeff, did you have the plus 17 hundo on the mounts? Did you have it? That'd be something. What a sweat that would have been. Still could not believe they lost that game. All right. Why don't we dive into some plays for today for like 10 minutes? Okay. Enough talking about this weekend's NFL plays. We got a great slate. This might be slate of year. This weekend, I'll say it. This might be slate of year.
In what galaxy?
Don't make me do this again, bro.
What do you mean?
Bro, it starts out tonight with a plus 5.5 dog. It's about to hit. That's about to be a great game. Seattle, Tennessee. I'll tell you right now, Tennessee's going to cover that game and make it weird. I've already seen it. They haven't won a game in fucking almost 3 months. Giants, apparently Jackson Dart's coming back. Would not be surprised if they cover that game plus 10.5 against the Lions. Jets and Ravens. I got nothing there.
Those three games that you just named all have double-digit spreads.
Yeah, and does that mean all the favorites going to win by double digits, Jovan? Is that how it works?
No, but
no, it's not.
What are we doing here?
I don't have much for the Jets and Ravens. I'll be honest. That game sucks. Pats and Bengals, that might be game of cinch. 50.5 total. That's going to be Drake May versus Joe Flacco airing it out. That's game of the fucking week if I've ever seen it. Colts and Chiefs, going to be a great game. Vikings, Packers, J.J. McCarthy, life and career on the line. It's now or never for the Vikings. No Josh Jacobs. That game's about to be weird. Go and mark me down, Gutsy, for a play on the Vikes, on the spread there. Shedeur Sanders plays this weekend. Enough set against the Raiders. That might be game of weekends.
I'd rather watch Sam Houston play at every time slot than J.J. McCarthy.
I mean, that game is poo versus shit. Gino and Shedeur.
Poo versus shit, total at 36.5. It's going to be a close one. I'll tell you that much. But Shedeur getting a start, that's must-see TV. Give me a break. Jacksonville, Arizona. Jacksonville coming off that big win. Arizona stinking up the place of late. Lost 4 of their last 5, but the spread's down to 3. I'll tell you that much. Arizona's covering and probably winning that game outright. Dogs are barking. That's a great game. Atlanta, New Orleans. Talk about poop versus shit, Goots. I got another one for you. Poop versus shit round 2, the sequel. Atlanta versus New Orleans. Atlanta hasn't won a game in 2 weeks, but Kirk Cousins is in the fucking game, and the Saints stink. But coming off a bye, maybe they do something. That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a good game. Philly, Dallas. That's a great game. Don't let the Cowboys get hot. They might make the playoffs. Tampa Bay, LA, Jovan, Sunday Night Football. I know you're scared because the Rams might clap that ass, but that's an unbelievable game with a total up to 49.5. Come on. This is a great weekend. This is slate of the year. This is NFL slate of the year. I'm declaring it right now.
You declared it like 4 times already.
Well, I don't make the rules, bro. A better slate keeps popping up.
That's just.
Who knows? Next week, that might be slate of the year as well. Who knows? This is slate of year. I'm officially declaring it, folks. Slate of the year in the NFL this weekend.
It's really just. I mean, at this point, like you might as well say it's slate of the year for college too, because that slate sucks.
It might be. Should we go over there and look?
Go ahead, take a look, Krabs. I'd love to see.
All right, let's take a peek. Let me go to the top 25 games. Well, Hokies Miami is going to be cinema after the Franklin announcement down in Blacksburg. Bro, we got 4-star recruits lining up at the door. They can't even get in the gates. There's so many 4-stars that want to go to Blacksburg. That game is going to be a cinema. James Franklin on the sidelines being a me guy with all the new recruits making it about himself. That game's going to get weird. I'll tell you that much. Mizzou, Oklahoma. Well, they're going to cover. Jovan, again, does every 10-point favorite cover and win? Do that.
Of course not.
Of course not. Thank you. Mizzou, Oklahoma's. That's going to be a great game. Mizzou hasn't played well in months. They're coming off a win, but looked like shit before that. That's going to be a sneaky good game with Oklahoma in a massive letdown spot.
You gonna put Ahmad Hardy less than rushing yards on the card, or
Yeah, total's down to 41.5 in that game. Go ahead and sign me up for that.
after
Hope they put a
300?
touchdown scrap for him. I would love to take that less than. Rutgers and Ohio State, there might be 100 points in that game. That might be game of weekend. That's it.
Nah.
Yep. Kaliamanis versus Sayan, there's going to be 100 points in that game. And
Game
Javon's
of
out.
weekend with a 31-point spread, Krabs. You're losing me. You're losing.
Well, there might be 100 points. Charlotte versus Georgia. Georgia's like 0-12 against the spread as 40-point favorites. Charlotte's going to sneak within that number. That could be also a secondary game of weekend.
There's not even a money
Vandy.
line you can bet in that game.
Like, what are we
No
doing?
need for one, Goots. There's no need for one. Kentucky Vanderbilt. I don't have much for that. Kentucky's pretty fucking bad, and I hate Diego Pavia's
No
guts.
way you have nothing for that game, but you're calling Charlotte, Georgia secondary game of week?
All right, Kentucky actually playing pretty good of late. They've ripped off 3 straight wins in a row. Back to 500. Their bowl game hopes are alive. That's actually a sneaky, very good game. You're right. Great call.
Yeah, that one I could give you.
All right, here's a ranked matchup, USC versus Oregon. That's a great game. That's a great game. There's great games all over the place this weekend, NFL and college. Arkansas and Texas. Shout out Cam Little. Shout out LC. Shout out the Horns. That's a great game. Arkansas hasn't won a game in 2 months. Texas coming off a bad loss. They got to win out, and they got to win by a lot if they want to squeak back into the college football playoffs. That's going to be a great game. Total in that game is at 58.5, Jovan. That's going to be a great game.
That'll be a fun game.
Syracuse, Notre Dame, there actually might be 100 points in that game, legitimately. Why is Tulane only 8.5-point favorites on the road against Casey Keeler and Temple? Probably because Temple's going to cover, and that might be game of weekend. Write that one down as well. Kansas State, Utah. I mean, at some point, Avery Johnson's got to break out and win a big-time game as a dog, and that could be the one on the road when people least expect it against Utah. That's going to be a great game as well. TCU, Houston. Jovan, that's going to be cinema. Total up to 55.5. Points. I'm not a big fan of points, but most are. That's going to be a great game. Great game. Pitt versus Georgia Tech, 2 ranked ACC squads. ACC's goated. That's going to be an elite game. Tennessee, Florida. Unbelievable game as well. Let's see if Florida has a pulse at this point. Spread's only at 4 in that game. Sure, that's going to be a great game. Illinois, Wisconsin. I don't have much in that one, I'll be honest. Arizona State, -7 after the weird Levitt announcement against Colorado and Coach Prime when Shador's finally getting the start. Maybe he gets a new life there from Shador or from Coach Sanders, Coach Prime, right? And then BYU, Cincy, late night. I mean, that's an unbelievable game. 25 ranked Cincy versus 12th ranked BYU. Dude, slate of year in college as well. Mark it down.
I don't have any words anymore, man. I really don't.
Mark it down. Slate of year in NFL, slate of year in college football. We are blessed this weekend with a glorious slate. Great games all over the place. Cannot wait to bet these puppies. Mark it.
Unbelievable.
Mark it.
Just unreal.
All right. With that being said, why don't we go and take a peep at the college slate? There's a couple other decent games. Let's look at some ranked games or some games involving teams that are ranked for today. There's not many, but
not too many.
No. Are you taking Texas Tech against Wake Forest laying 10?
I don't want to. I definitely lean that way just because I don't really know how successful Wake can do or can be, I guess is the way to say it, shooting over the top consistently against Texas Tech, especially if they get into a little bit of foul trouble. But it's one of those weird games. I feel like on the Bahamas or just overseas in one of these tournaments where you get like the 10.5-ish line, the team that shouldn't really compete that does compete. So it's one of those games that kind of gives me the ick, especially overseas. So I don't really want to touch it, but there's a couple weird squares on both of them that kind of make me think there's not going to be too many points.
Okay. Yeah, total's probably too high for me to take the under, but if the squares are looking weird, they're looking weird. They're playing that game in a ballroom down there as well, so weird vibes for points.
A ballroom. Okay. And like Wake's 3-point defense has been really good, partially because they've played a bunch of shitters in Michigan. It's like it's going to regress at some point, but like in a ballroom, when I'm staring at a Donovan Atwell 3.5 3-pointer square, should be a lot of JT Toppin, probably a lot of Christian Anderson, but if the other shooters aren't feeling it, if he's not feeling it, it might be Nuck.
Okay. Yeah, probably not going to bet this one. All right. You're going to lay Houston minus 40.5 against Ryder in the Broncos?
That's a little bit too much for me. A little bit too much. I love when Houston's in like the low to mid 30s against some of these teams. 40 is a bit much.
Okay. All right. Houston looks good again, man. 4-0, ranked 2. They probably destroy Ryder, but did they win by 40? I don't know. That's a lot
Probably
of points.
do. I saw Kelvin Sampson was calling out. I don't know if it was Senak and some other guys, but they were talking about how like they had a great game scoring. Then he was like, no, they really didn't because they gave up like 15 apiece. So like they're net like -2 in the game or whatever. So certainly don't want to fade them because they're probably going to be pretty fired up for that one.
Yeah.
No doubt.
All right. Also, I cannot believe we didn't talk about the big Hokies win last night against Bryant without their star center.
Big Hokies win against Bryant. We're going off the rails here.
Undefeated. Are the Frogs still undefeated or?
I mean, no.
That's what I thought.
We started off
incredible. Shout out UNL.
That's what I thought. Yep.
I mean,
must be tough.
We're not a good team, Krabs. We'll tell you that as much
tough
as
not having an undefeated team up to this point. I couldn't relate.
We also did play real teams.
Well,
at least one.
We played Providence.
Notre Dame plays Kansas on Monday. That's bad.
Ooh,
yeah, that's really bad.
That might be a beatdown.
Yeah, coming off that Kansas game, they looked good without their freshmen. Yeah, not good.
They better start getting ready, good. It's only like a week and a half till they get game of the year.
I mean, we're going to that, and it's going to be a knuck fest.
Oh yeah, we're going. That game might have 6 total points.
It might.
Knuck. Looks like the Hokies play Colorado State next week. They're off until Wednesday. Jeez.
I mean, what is non-con from the Hokies, Krabs?
Crazy. Hey, Colorado State's a respectable mid-major.
I mean, they
and
used to
play,
be.
Then we play South Carolina. We play George Mason, Western Carolina. We play University of Maryland, Eastern Shore. Elon. Don't sleep on Elon.
What do you mean don't sleep on Elon, Krabs?
All right, dudes. Do me a favor. Run that shit. I'm trying to see that train. Not a big fan of Elon, man?
Elon. We're talking Elon.
Don't disrespect the Phoenix like that, man. My cousin went there.
Played tonight against Miami.
Dudes, I'm getting a call. It's probably the Movers. Can you take command? Take command.
Take command.
Yep, take command.
Krabs 100% needed Mississippi State in the vote. We'll go Mississippi State. We probably also need Rice in the vote. I'll say it. I'll absolutely say it. Let's get Rice involved. Gucci, you got any plums on what play, any other plays that need to be in the vote? Maybe you got a Thursday night plays.
Hold on. Lunch? Get lunch in there?
Nah.
So Mississippi State and Rice.
Mississippi State and Rice for sure. Probably need to pick a TNF play. Didn't really Krabs vibe on that. Whether he was incredibly confident on the under or if he was just willing to go with Davis Mills plus 5.5. Probably should be Davis Mills, though. I'll say it.
Might just have to be a gut call from you.
That could be a gut call from me.
Texans.
Yeah, let's go Texans for that third spot.
Okay.
Then maybe we get a fourth up and moving here. Is it lunch?
No, it doesn't have to be lunch.
Is it lunch?
I was joking. Doesn't have to be lunch.
Some people are kind of saying it could be lunch. It could be the Lobos. It could be the Goots POD up and moving too.
Could be if you want it. Wow, there he is.
Back.
All right. This guy cannot be calling and showing up at worst times. I got to go help him. My vote is Mississippi State. Has to go in there. Jovan, do you trust your gut with the Texans, or do you want to go with the under? You want to put both in there? What do you want to do?
I'm pretty in between. Obviously, I like the Texans better, but I was trying to gauge your confidence on that under.
I love the under in that game, man. Fuck. We might have to put both in there.
Put both in there. Wow.
Let's put both in there. Let's put Mississippi State in there. And then I think we go Rice from your sell job.
That's,
and we make it a 4-piece.
We got in there right now.
Okay.
Let's do those 4 goods.
Is that cool?
Yep.
Gents, coin toss right after this. Sweats later tonight. Appreciate you guys. I got to go help this dude park this big-ass truck. I'll catch you boys.
Go get active.
All right.
Go get fucking active, Krabs. Yes, definitely fire up Woody Marks tonight. Go to the BTL Twitter. Link and spammed in chat. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Go get your votes in. Go, 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 go. I'm interested to see what wins this poll. Maybe it'll be a Thursday night because it's the biggest game, biggest sport happening. People don't want to go to college basketball, which is kind of soft, but it'll be okay, though. It'll be okay. Let's see what wins the vote. Vote for your favorite play. Don't vote for your favorite game. And we'll win some squad rights. No surge again after you to slip. There will be surge today. We have coin toss right after this, and Rav said he was hosting a surge right after that. Had to do coin toss today because for whatever reason people are leaving for Thanksgiving already tomorrow. So GG. Rice is getting swept rumors. Dude, Rice might be it. I'll say it. I'm loving the Rice Owls. Rav does want it bad. I will tip cap to Rav. Hidden 2, I think. What? Back to back. Surge 4-mans. Trent could never. I'll tip some cap, and Rav's running it back today. Need it on Thursday Night Football. Need a winner from the chat and need a winner from the Surgeons. He's trying to get it. Massive, massive cap tip. BTL next week, I believe Monday, Tuesday, Goots. Is that right? Huge, 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 huge. So we'll be back early week, and then we'll see. Maybe I'll have some stuff to fill in a day or two after that on that Wednesday or maybe the Friday. We'll see how it works. But we'll have some stuff. We'll have some stuff. Rav super locked indeed. Surge after coin toss, correct. Going for the 3P on Surge is massive. You guys think Rav? Put a 1 in the chat if Rav 3Ps. Put a 2 in the chat if he's Patrick Mahomes.
He's got a shorter NBA slate today, so I don't. It might be rough.
Stuffer. He's gonna have to get his get the Surgeons and their TNF back.
He's locked though. He got here at the office earlier than I think he ever has.
Really?
He's out.
Now that could move Need. I'll say it.
Need.
What was he doing this early, man?
It might have just been me waking him up, putting ice in my water bottle.
Nah.
But
Nah.
He's up.
I'd love to see that. Usually he's at the office writing down the notebook of every NBA game.
Yeah, he locks in. He gets the office, grabs the notebook. That's what he does.
Grabs the notebook, locks in, but there's not too many games today.
I know.
So I don't know maybe he's doing it with the NFL too. See what's shaking there and coming up with his own little labbage.
I know.
Chad, how many times do you think Trent's gotten to the office and done that? Got into the lab, wrote down some notes.
No.
Right on. I'll say it. Get your votes in. I think 2 minutes before it tips. 1 minute before it tips.
Yeah, let me get this in the YouTube chat for the people.
Huge. Least spam. Yeah, whenever he's bullied into a yap, dude. Shit's just unbelievable. Less than 3, never. Probably maybe once. I'll give him 1 time. 1 time. Who's on coin toss? Yeah, I believe it's me, LC, Rav, and maybe we get a sneak Joshy appearance.
No Joshy, unfortunately.
Oh, GG's. So there's no Trent. Unfortunate that we'll be missing out on the unbelievable nuggets of information that Trent brings through the coin toss. And
no Trent could be the difference. If you guys hit 4-man parlay, all that, he's going to be so pissed.
We have to hit a 4-man with him out there. That would be spectacular. Chad, imagine if we hit a 4-man without Trent there. That would be just. He'd be so mad. We also have to make sure to gatekeep it from him the entire way. It's not getting posted. You guys will be in the chat and you'll see it getting crafted, but it'll get posted right before the game's going.
Posted Saturday morning, yeah, and he'll see it.
Saturday morning, so he has no idea.
We could just block him,
Could block him. We'll just be splooging for it on Saturday.
Yeah.
That would be all time.
Surely he's on Sweats Saturday.
I mean, yeah, it's probably what? Some dog's cousin's wedding? Or
probably. Dog's cousin's baptism.
Yeah, his goldfish's confirmation. He'll find
Unbelievable.
You got a squad ride over there, Gucci.
Yeah, it's looking like the Texans.
Wow. Davis Mills
Yep.
on prime time.
Texans plus 5.5. Davis Mills prime time.
Davis Mills, Nico Collins, and fuck Josh Allen. Plus
And
5.5.
we'll be sweating that tonight. We got a plethora of streams today.
Plethora. Yes, we have truck full. We got coin toss after this. Surge stream to get your surgeons involved for the winners. They'll be sweating very soon after that for Texans and the rest of the slate tonight. So lock in the Texans plus 5.5. Stay tuned.